So you may think we will throw that cord away because, well, the plug got burned off the end, but no. We're not going to do that. Because I found another plug here that I was using for something. I don't know what, but, well, it was probably a 220 plug. I made a 220 plug out of it. So obviously this is a heavy wire, and I probably bent these sideways. Just bent them like that to make a 220 plug out of it. But anyway, I'm going to take this apart and I'm going to replace this end here. Dirt daubers. Man, isn't that crazy? They will get in and fill any little hole with mud. They are such a nuisance. Almost as bad as flies. But anyway, I want to take this plug apart. And I want to fix this cord that had the end burn off of it. Because it's still a good cord, except for that end. You can pick these up at your local hardware store if you have this happen to you, or the end gets messed up on your cord. It's still a good cord, you know, throwing it away. What? What up? What up, kitty? What up, kitty? Okay. Okay. Now we're getting down to the meat and potatoes of this thing. And cat, it's a male, and he's just been running around here meowing like that for a long time now. I don't know. He needs a girlfriend or something. Anyway, some old wire. Let's slip this through there. We'll trim off the end of this. Careful not to cut through too much into your wires inside. Takes a little bit of practice, but it is doable. Okay, so you got all this insulation crap here that we don't need in our way. Trim all that out. Do something like that. Okay, now we need to trim our wires back. And I usually do, I don't know, about 3/8 of an inch. Probably. Something like that. And I just use my pocket knife with my thumb as a backrest. Which can be kind of dangerous sometimes. Got a couple little pieces of insulation there getting in my way. Okay. So, that right there is loose already. That one's pretty loose. These are all pretty loose now. I done pulled the wires out. But, and I don't know, I like to give my wires a twist. Kind of stiffens them up a little bit. So that when you go to put them in, to a slot. They hang on pretty good. So I don't know how much of this you can see. Let me do that. Just tighten that dude down on that wire. So this has got a little backing plate on here. Which is good because then you're not trying to, well, see, there we go. So you can see 3/8 of an inch, probably about right to get that in there all the way, and have your insulation cut back right up to the I still didn't get all the stinking wires in there. Okay. So that's good and tight. And of course the ground wire would be on the wrong side. But we squeezed it through and got it on the right side. I think I need a little more space in there. Okay. Got her right up against the insulation here. Clamp that dude down. All right. She's good and tight now. Now we got to do is line this back up where it goes. And I don't know if there, yep, there is a spot where it matches up. You might see the little thing there and the corresponding slot there for it. Put that back in there like that. Sometimes you can buy these ends, well, they'll have a slot in it and you can take this piece out and turn it. If you have one of those electrical outlets that has one blade like this and one blade like this. With some long-winded screws. "10-minute video on how to fix an extension cord." I don't know. But extension cords are expensive, man. If you can put an end on one and fix it. Of course, everything's expensive now. Maybe it always has been. I don't guess I've ever heard anybody say, "Boy, everything's really been so cheap lately." I've never heard that in my life, so maybe nothing has ever been cheap. Now this end just goes back on to kind of clamp the cord in place. So when you're plugging it in or unplugging it actually. Whoop. Here we go. The job is complete until you drop something on the ground a few times. But this helps keep the end from getting pulled out of the socket. And it helps if you keep everything in frame. So you can see what I'm doing here. So this is a little clamp that goes on the end. Like I said, tighten that little feller down. Good. And it kind of squeezes the end of it and keeps that from pulling out real easy. So, there you have it. It's a good cord again. Cord again? What's a cord again? Anyway, we now have a good cord. I don't know, these probably, for one of these, ends now $7, $8, $10 for that kind of an end. But the extension cord's probably 20. So, pick your poison, I guess, whichever way you want to go. Anyway, that's it for the cord repair. Y'all stay safe. God bless.